Hey, my retro friends. Thanks for finding my channel, Mike the Retro Realtor.
I'd buy that for $1.
Today, I'm just going to do a little anecdotal story. I've had a couple buyers. They've been bouncing around with me for quite some time, just getting offer rejected, but got them both under contract this past week. So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yes!
The nice thing is they got all contingencies. They're doing their inspections. They were actually even able to negotiate the price a little bit. And these are in desirable areas here in southeastern Wisconsin, out in the Milwaukee suburbs. So win-win for both of them. So I kind of noticed something. So, I'm going through the listings and I noticed price reductions. I'm like, okay, this is the first time in about 3 years we're seeing consistent price reductions. Don't get me wrong, there'll always be that one guy who way overprices his house and has to bring it back down to orbit. But that's okay. That's kind of how it is. There's always going to be those oddballs, but that's all right. But what I'm starting to see is we're having a little bit of a correction here. I'm seeing a little bit of an opportunity for buyers that have just been kind of hanging out there. But I'm always happy to see that people are getting their inspections done, which always makes me, as a buyer side agent, very excited.
I like that.
Not gonna lie, when I'm the lister and they don't want to waive their inspection, I'm all about that too. So keep in mind, I work for the seller at that point. And that's the buyer's decision to waive it, not mine. I do have a couple thoughts on this. I mean, we are past the second season. There are two real estate seasons, in my opinion. The first season starts out in the spring. Everyone's kind of cooped up. They want to get out. First-time buyers get tax returns so they can get a FHA loan or low down payment loan. That kind of spurs the market a little bit. And then the people who are selling those houses that the first-time buyers are buying are trading up to their forever homes, And I mean, like I said, this is just me talking. I'm not going to back this up with hard data. But if you're a realtor, you're going to kind of understand what I'm saying.
Of course, that's just my opinion. I could be wrong.
The second season, I like to say, happens around June to mid to late July, where people want to get in the good school districts. So now those people who either want to buy in like the top tier school districts, your Milwaukees, your Whitefish Bay, your Brookfield, those people are the people who are actually going for all those houses. Now that we are in mid-August, we're all past that right now. So now we're kind of in the dog days of summer. The listings that are coming out, these sellers are still trying to get as if we're in like a selling season, like the first season I mentioned in the second season, but it's just not really happening right now. The activity is actually picking up, but the listings are actually still coming out. So buyers now have a choice of which house they want to buy. I mean, I'm showing people 3 and 4 houses at a time, not just one, and we got to run out that minute. And I'm sending people listings that have been out there for a little while. And I noticed something.
What's going on in there?
Both those two houses I mentioned earlier that I sold, they were at the 5-day mark. And that's noteworthy because I think around 5 days, these sellers are so used to seeing houses fly off the market in the first 5 hours in some cases, let alone the first 5 days. So I think there's a little bit of panic on some of these sellers who are maybe sold a bill of goods by their agent saying this thing's going to fly off the market. The market did shift a little bit. And keep in mind, I'm only talking about August of 2026 and throughout the rest of the year. So, if you watch this video 3 years from now, well, thank you, but it's probably not going to carry much water. Those people had I really want this price, but now they're like, oh, I'll settle for this. And they start, rationalizing and say, you know what, this is fine. I can live with this. And some of these houses, they are sitting around for a couple of weeks, a little more, and we're seeing a little more price reductions. Don't get me wrong. I am not concerned about any type of major fall off. I'm not worried about foreclosures happening. This is not 2008. The sky is not falling.
The sky is falling! The sky is falling!
In fairness, I think the market's actually pretty healthy, but it's nice to see a little bit of a correction here. And this is good for all the buyers and the brokers themselves. I mean, I do have a couple of sellers that I'm a little concerned about, but you know what? If I roll in there and say, hey, this is what's happening with the market, and I'm very honest with these people, they'll understand. I'm like, you know what? It is what it is. So, we all know that houses go up and down in value, just like a stock. Like I said, there's not going to be any type of crash or anything like that. You're just not going to walk away as much as you were hoping. That's kind of the way of the world sometimes. Like I said, this is kind of a short video, just kind of talking about a couple things I've noticed. I mean, a big part of this job is pattern recognition. So if you're a seller, just temper your expectations a little bit and not be so aggressive on the pricing, because some people do actually think, well, why didn't it sell in the first 5 minutes? Because it was too expensive.
I'd buy that for $1.
Doesn't mean it's not a good house. It's just maybe $5,000 or $10,000 a little too pricey, and someone just went down the street. Secondly, as a buyer, look at those older listings. You'd be surprised what's out there. I picked up a new buyer, and they're a $350,000 to $450,000 Milwaukee suburb buyer, and I sent them literally dozens and dozens of listings that all meet their specifications. Now they're narrowing it down, and I got to talk them like, yeah, you don't want this, you don't want that, but they're starting to figure out exactly what they want. And I'm explaining to them, I go, guys, you don't really know how well you have it. You have so many options. It's so nice to have. And you're going to get your inspection, and you're not going to have some realtor saying, I need that offer within 3 minutes or else I'm going to go with the other one. That kind of crap's not going to happen right now. If you're a buyer, get out there.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
Don't pass up those listings that have been out there for 5 or 6 days. Those are probably your best ones. For the remainder of the year, I think the realtors are going to be actually pretty busy, and a lot of buyers are going to be very excited that they found the house that they really wanted. So that being said, keep it retro, my friends, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.